If you're not new to this channel, welcome back. Thank you for coming, Sugar. Thank you for coming by. And if you're new to this channel, this is Sheen. I'm just a character. I'm just over here just minding my own business, reading stuff, being nosy. All over here on my little Apple News where they be getting it. I think this article comes from, but thank you and welcome to the page. I think this comes from, let me get the information right now. This comes from the New York Times, baby. When I tell you, I don't know, for the past few weeks or something like that, it's been kind of interesting reading obituaries or something like that. I don't know why I had this little phase for that, but it's something when you read, how people died, what they left, who they left behind and stuff like that. You understand the person from where they come from. But this is the icing on the cake right here. This lady done took the cake. Her name is Faith Hope Consolo. She was a glamorous figure and flashy figure in New York, but she had died. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this lady was, I wouldn't say living above her means, but you have people in life, oh Lord have mercy. I don't know why I'm going here, but you got people in life that, oh, I have this amount of much money. They always bragging about what they have. They flashy this and flashy that. You follow them home and it's a whole different story, baby. Now, I'm sitting up here, I guess this is the new growing trend where people leave their obituary or, their last statements in LinkedIn. And I was just like, LinkedIn does that too. But I guess it would have to do it because if a person is trying to reach you through business or something like that, they need to know that you no longer exist. So that would be interesting to find, you go and look up somebody and they no longer there. But across social media networks, you just never know how the social media takes it or what they do with your information after you pass. But old girl, she lived life up. And this is what you find a lot of people doing. I forgot, it's a lot of trends. It's always, we have one in every family. It's always that cousin or, auntie or uncle, somebody that is pretending to be more than what they are. It's just, this is like, these people are a trip, but they actually, if you're ever around them, they make the most of the moment. Like they are really living in the moment. And, it's just like they make stories up out of nowhere, out of thin air. They're just like the best storytellers to be around. But I tell you, Faith had her story going. I was just like, dang, it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I think if as a child, if you have a traumatic event going on in your life, sometimes, you block things out. But this lady, she blocked it out and she told a whole nother story. She said that her dad was an executive in real estate and her dad was not an executive in real estate. Her dad had a criminal history and her mom, it's just like, when you have a mom that's a hairdresser or anyone that's in the service, they doing what they got to do to provide for you. So you should be appreciative of that person. But this lady, she done went there. She done said that her mom was a child psychiatrist. But to be honest, most people that's in service usually tend to be psychiatrists for the people that they see. But I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But other than that, sometimes it's good to talk to people. So I guess she wrapped around her mind that her mother was a psychiatrist that had died on her. But it was just like, when you have a person that experiencing so many tragic stories, tragic events in their lives coming up as a child, your father's in and out of prison and, your mom doing what she can to make, sure that you have your best. You never know what type of traumatizing event that, how much impact it has on a child's psyche. But to each their own. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own path, what they want to walk in life. But if you're going to sit up here and lie, oh my gosh, I know some of her friends probably was just like, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe you said this, because it's just like people are so caught up in the story of a person. They lived a lie, but you were caught up in it and you was thinking that this was true, but it was all a story. Oh, geez, that had to be disappointing. But then it was just like, her last love, he was Jewish, and she talking about she wanted to be, how when you get old and you want to be buried beside whoever you with. That's what they did in the old times anyway. But being that the guy she was with, he was Jewish, and it was like, no, 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 we have no Jewish people here, no non-Jewish people here. And I was just like, wow. To the extent, and I know if they found this man's grave, they ain't, I can't even say that. Let me take that back. But some people, let me shut it up. It is what it is. They probably been pulled, went there and took that lady's ashes up. But, being that she was cremated, she ain't have nobody. When you live in so much of a lie, who was there to love you? Who was there to care for you? You looking all posh, you looking all flashy and all this other stuff. But who is it really who is loving you? So when people don't have an understanding of what to do with your remains, what next thing they gonna do is what? Cremate you. So it was kind of like sad at the end towards her life, because it's just like her whole life she lived a lie, but she lived her life. She enjoyed every aspect of it. But then it was just like, her friends, they just pretty much, she said that she wanted to be buried next to her love of her life. So they just pretty much dug a hole and put her ashes in it. I was like, hey, I guess it suits the fit right then and there. But it was one particular part about this article. I got to read it to you. Let me find it. Wait a minute. I was just like, oh my gosh. Did I just read what I said? Oh my God. Did I read what I read right there? Give me a second now, sugar. Give me a second now. But it's just like sometimes in life you find yourself finding a person like you, and you guys just click. And then sometimes you'll be surprised. You'll be around somebody that actually grew up down the street from you, and they claim, how some people are ashamed of where they grew up. They act like they don't even know where they grew up anymore. It's just kind of like they don't speak of it. It's interesting. But here is a statement from Adam Satow. This was her stepson or whatever, or this is her lover's son. It was like, with Jerry and Faith, whether they were comfortable, wealthy, or unbelievably rich is unclear. I was just like, what? And all he got in the end was a gold watch. But it's just like, not everybody leaves anything for their children, and it's always good to have a life insurance policy, because you never know if your parents go, you're gonna be left with a debt. But homeboy, all he got was a gold watch. So it's just, people live these lives and they be flashing this and saying that, but ultimately people be living double lives, as that's what I say. But you never know until you go down the rat hole. But not everybody's going down each other's rat holes these days. Everybody is usually giving you the script. So we believe people's script and keep it moving. That's how it goes these days. But this is Sheen over and out. This is from the New York Times. The header is, she was a star of New York real estate, but her life story was a lie. Faith Hope Consolo had the entire press fooled, including us. Then a message came in. This is by Julie Satow. Satow. Hello, this is Sheen over and out. I just had to read this story. I was like, what? I'll holler at y'all, sugar cookies. Sugar, y'all got to get y'all obituaries right. Y'all got to be telling, you really living the life that you living? But hey, To each their own. They had a saying, fake it till you make it. Well, some people fake it till they just die. Holla at you. Yeah, I know it's late. I don't know what time of the world you in. But you know, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. Yes, sugar, like and subscribe. Yes, you can do that. It won't hurt. It ain't even gonna hurt you. See you later.